One of the most often overlooked simple maintenance items on any small engine or even larger engine such as a car is the air filter. Whether you have a paper filter, a cartridge filter, or in this situation, a foam filter, these are often ignored or forgotten about entirely. There's been a lot of times I've taken these filters out and they've disintegrated. So why the air filter is so important is really simple. It prevents dirt and debris, especially considering this is a lawnmower. It lives right by the ground, spending most of its life kicking up dust and debris. Well, honestly, it spends most of its life doing a whole lot of nothing. But when it's being operated, it's on the ground, kicking up a whole lot of dirt and debris, and the intake's right here. If this wasn't here, it would suck all that dirt and debris right into the engine and be game over in no time. So with foam filters, believe it or not, some cars do come with foam filters. Well, not modern cars, however. Those are usually paper filters. However, you can get ones with a foam pre-filter. Motorcycles, they also do use foam filters. Small engines, they use a lot of foam filters. And you got to make sure that you give them a light oiling. And you have to do that at least once per season. So let's get this one off. So as you can see with this one, there is some staining. However, you can also notice it is starting to deteriorate here, which that can be a problem, but in this case, the overall condition of this filter, it's still in really good shape. But honestly, as much as I'd like to say I'm going to keep this one, because it is starting to show signs that it is deteriorating, it is time for this to be replaced. But in the condition it is in, it wouldn't be too bad to run it one more season if you really wanted to. It is your mower after all. However, I would recommend 100% oiling this. But since this is a failing filter, I'm going to take it, I'm going to replace it, and I'll show you how to oil a new one. Here's the air filter growing up on top. You should see the part number. And let's push it down. So to oil this, you don't need anything special. A Ziploc bag works great. So you take your filter and you plop it into your Ziploc bag. Now you will read some instructions that will suggest using some of your engine oil mixed with a small amount of diesel fuel. However, honestly, I don't do that. I use just the engine oil. I use 2-stroke oil. I even use WD-40. The whole key is to use some kind of oil that way that it makes this sticky for any kind of dirt particles to get caught inside the foam filter, as opposed to making it all the way through and into the engine. Because if you don't oil this, it's not going to be sticky enough to catch all the fine particles. So let's add a little bit of oil. Then we're just going to massage it in. Then you can take your shop towels or paper towels and you just give it a light squeeze just to take out the excess. And that's it. It's oiled and ready to be installed back into your mower. So let's quickly do that. And as you can see the orientation of the air filter housing, it's put in a compact mode. It's not meant for aerodynamics. This is all for compact design. If you point it to the front, it's not going to cut any faster. I hope that's answered any questions that you may have had about oiling an air filter for one of these Briggs engines. However, this method of oiling these foam filters, it can be used along any variety of foam filter, whether it's for a lawnmower, whether it's for a motorcycle or a car. It all follows the same principle. Make sure that this is lightly oiled and it's not dripping. So you give it a good massage of oil in and give it a light squeezing just to take out the excess, and that's it. And you inspect it every season. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next one. So here's the new filter. And if you needed a part number for it, bring it up right here. And if you need, so here's a new filter for it. And growing off the top, you should see the part number. And let's push it back down.